Okay, so today we're going to be learning how to use the healer spreadsheet that I've been using. I didn't make the spreadsheet originally. Visario made it like 6 years ago, and I've been using it like the past 3 expansions to do my personal healing cooldowns. I used to just write like 1 or 2 bosses, usually just 1 boss per dungeon because it was only 1 problem boss per dungeon. But I did all of them for this. So without further ado, the first step is to go to File and hit Make a Copy. We will call this video guide for spreadsheet. Make a copy. And now that we've made a copy, so once you've tried to input your first cooldown, it's going to ask you, hey, some of the formulas are trying to send and receive data from external parties. Just hit allow access, and that will allow the VLOOKUPs to function properly, because you got these VLOOKUPs and they're really complicated. And yeah, so that's it. Now that we've made the copy and gotten the spreadsheet functional, we go to, we want to cool down on Holy Radiance. So type our character name and we'll paste it in at every Holy Radiance. And we wanted to use Mindbender because it's a 30-second cooldown and it happens every 30 seconds. So Mindbender, 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 Mindbender. So now we have an option. We're ready to export the note, but we got to choose. Do we want to have the static timers and the dynamic timers, or just the dynamic timers? If you just want the dynamic timers, you would copy just this column, go into ERT, paste it in, and bingo, bango, bongo, you're good to go. If you want the dynamic timers also, you would copy both columns, go to MRT, paste it in, and you're good to go. So that's how to use the spreadsheet. Be careful not to, if you do things like copy pasting like this, you could run into problems with this spreadsheet, so I'd recommend just typing them out. I know it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but that's the best we got right now. If you want to change the colors of the icons on the cooldown list, you can choose from yellow, green, azure, blue, purple, red, orange, and gray. So let's say you don't like the dark blue and you want it to be azure. We change it to azure, we can change it to yellow, we can change it to gray, and then when we copy the note, you can change the colors like that. Yeah, that's it. So let's go explain the limitations of the spreadsheet. So right now, the number one problem is I haven't figured out how to make the VLOOKUPs function on any line below 45. What I've done is I've tried to make it so all of the main spells for all the classes are listed here above the 45th row. Um, if you're like a paladin and you want, let's say you want lay on hands. If you scroll down here, you should see lay on hands here. We can copy it. We'll scroll up to the top and say that we're not a Mistweaver. We're just a paladin main, right? So we'd go here and hit paste special values only. So that'll paste the paladin lay on hands cooldown with all the hyperlinks and stuff. So now if we go to Priory of the Flame and we say lay on hands, it will function properly. So we'll go copy it, paste it in, and I didn't put any name, so it did function properly. Now we're going to go and explain how to, if you wanted to put custom trinkets in, I'll show you how to do that now. And it's also just a good learning experience in case you wanted to add a spell that isn't on the list below. So you find the trinket that you want, on Wowhead. So I have it already pulled up here. This is the Dark Fuse Medicopter, and it's a shield trinket. I really like shield trinkets. So we're going to go copy the Wowhead link, go back to the spreadsheet. Under Trinket 2, you see this hyperlink at the top. This is what we're editing. So we're going to paste the Wowhead link into here, and then there's a second link we got to go get. So we go back to this with the Wowhead, click on the trinkets icon, and then you see here it says original. Click original, copy that. You see it's wow.zamming.com, and in the image is wow.zamming.com, and we are going to paste the new one in. So we paste the new one in. It'll buffer for a couple seconds, and bingo, we got the uh, we got the new trinket input. But the third step for inputting the trinket is you have to match the spell ID. So we'll go back to this Dark Fuse Metacopter. It says wow spell is equal to 1220448. So we'll go enter that. Now if we go to Priory of the Flame and we hit I think it was Trinket 2, yeah? Trinket 2, we copy that line and it will show you your name and then the trinket name. So that's how you enter a new spell or a trinket. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's a quick tutorial of the healer spreadsheet. Hopefully it's helpful. I know it's finicky. When Viserio comes out with his Mythic Plus cooldowns, you might just want to use his website. It's pretty nice. Um, I just figured out how to use it for assigning my raid cooldowns, and I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, go take a look at that when if you're not satisfied with using this spreadsheet. But this spreadsheet has gotten me by for 3 expansions, and I can't complain. I mean, you can see my Everbloom cooldowns. You can see uh, Vortex Pinnacle cooldowns. I used to just do one boss, but with writing a guide thing, people might want to see all the bosses. I would recommend just focusing on the one boss that is the biggest problem for you, and then, you know, oh, one more final thing. So, I'm going to try to, you can input an encounter ID, and then at the bottom, if you put \E in parentheses like this. So, Mechagon's the only one I've gotten figured out with the encounter IDs. And so if we input this into here, it won't show anything because the encounter, it only will show during the Tussle and Tonks encounter because this is the encounter ID. So I'm going to try to input all of those into the thing so you don't have to, so that you can have all 3 bosses or all 4 bosses on the thing and it'll just pop up when the boss occurs. But I don't exactly know how to find the encounter IDs yet. There was a website with like that, but it only like showed the older dungeons encounter IDs. So I will be working on that, but that's just to come. In the meantime, I'd recommend just doing the one boss that you're having trouble with, or the most difficult boss, if you need some hand holding while you're learning. And yeah, you should be good to go. Okay, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them.